大家好，我是康云. Hello everyone, I'm Kang Yun, and welcome back to Demon Souls, Chang'e's journey through Boletaria. In the last episode, we killed Black Phantom Rydell, made our way through Upper Latria, we killed the Primeval Demon, and we dropped both the chains to, I guess, dropped the heart by breaking, I guess, or allowing the chains to break. And when dropping the heart, we now will encounter these man centipedes throughout the upper part of the level. And that one drops a mercury stone for us. We were trying to get a spiral rapier, which we were not able to get. But we did end up getting really lucky, and the crystal lizard we killed did drop us a pure moonlight stone. So now it's time for us to go loot the area below where the heart fell. And notice that even while we were already here, these man centipedes that we saw crawl out of the heart when it fell are now here. Now, if you didn't come here earlier, you would have to contend with both the man centipedes and the gargoyles down here, which makes it a little bit easier. Now, there's a nasty pincer attack. There's a centipede right here, and one over here. Now, if I hadn't cast Cloak, he would have immediately aggroed, and they would have attacked me at the same time. And now these guys, they have a few attacks. They have a jump attack, but they have a stinger attack with their tail, and they also have a acid spit attack where they spit acid on you. It does not that much damage, but it does a lot of durability damage to your gear and could break your equipment. And down here we get, well, 1 second, I'll show you. We picked up the, we picked up another Rapier weapon. This is the, I guess it's in Chinese they call it the sharp thrusting sword, or the sharp piercing sword. In English it's the Epee Rapier. I guess Epee means stinger in English, maybe. Or, anyways, this is a cool rapier. It's one of the few weapons in the game that innately scales with magic. The phosphorescent pole we picked up last time, that one does as well, but this one scales C and Dex and magic, and I will be getting 14 Dex to use this. And this does innate fire damage, and that fire damage scales with your magic. So this is a pretty good weapon for spell sword builds, or just if you're wanting to have an offhand melee weapon on a magic build and you have some dex. We'll end up with I believe 16 dex, so we can use that phosphorescent pole. At least I was planning on that. I may reconsider that, but I'd like to use both of these weapons. But if you've noticed, we've picked up the sharp piercing sword, Jerry's piercing sword, the armor piercing sword, the Epee Rapier, Jerry's stiletto, the S-stock, the Mercury Rapier. We didn't get a mail breaker. We get that in Boletaria. And we also, if you kill the gargoyles and get a lucky drop, you will get the Spiral Rapier, which all but the mail breaker account for all the piercing swords in the game. So all but one of them you get in Latria. So Latria, I guess, is known for using these swords, which is why I think, and you get all the gear the royal starts with here. Which is why I think this character likely was originally maybe descended from Latria. And here is another very useful ring. This ring is the Ring of Avarice, or the, I guess maybe you would describe that as like lust, or to be almost like gluttonous, where you're wanting to have more. Basically, this ring, when equipped, gives you more souls, and it will stack with the silver bracelets. So if you're not a male, or if you're not a female, and you're playing a male character, this is the ring you'll want to use or equip to get more souls when you're farming. You get some soul items. There's another... and something, we get a illusory eyeball stone. He drops some mercury stone shards for us. And another soul. And even more mercury stone. It's very nice. And that's all the stuff that's down here. So if you're farming, yeah, we got a lot of mercury stone. If you're farming mercury stone, rather than having to go down into the swamp, just wait until you drop the heart, and you can kill all of these man centipedes that are on the first part of the tower, and then leading down to here. There's 4 on the way there, and there's like 5 in there maybe. So there's like 9 of those guys you can farm without too much trouble, and they do drop mercury stone pretty regularly. Getting chunks and pures is a little bit more rare, but they do drop them, and it's not as bad of a farm as some other stones are, perhaps. But you do want to have this providential ring equipped. But we'll make our way back. Actually, we don't even have to. We'll just warp back with the with evacuate. And because we killed the Black Phantom Rydell and the Primeval Demon, we now should have white tendency in Latria, and we do. Whereas Stonefang is pure white, and you see there's that golden particle effect coming off of it. We'll deposit anything. I think I deposited most stuff already. Oh, this gold mask is important. I forgot to mention it because, well, one, I guess if you want to wear it, it might be cool, but it's more useful for the fact that you can trade it to the crows for a colorless demon soul, which we will be doing after I level up here.
Then touch the demon inside me.
Actually, no, we won't, because I have pure black there. We'll level up and we'll get another magic slot. Very good. More MP. We're level 45 now. And we should be able to equip another spell.
It's better than having you bother Master Frake.
Yeah. I think for this boss, we actually don't want Cloak, and instead we'll use Warding, because Warding gives you a boost to your defense, or Complete Protection as it's called in Chinese. So we'll have Complete Protection, Fireball, and Soul Ray. Because Cloak actually for this next boss will be counteractive for us. We don't want to use that.
Be careful how you use it.
Yep. But we do, even though we can't go trade that gold mask to the crows just yet, we can go upgrade our Kris Blade once more with that colorless demon soul we got, so we'll go do that. Because we want all the damage output we can get against this boss. Because this next boss, if you're not sure what it is, it's quite difficult. It's a quite and we got 8 more Heartstone shards. So we'll upgrade that, and we'll upgrade our, if we can upgrade our moon winged spear. I'm not sure if we'll be able to. I don't know if we have the chunks for it yet.
Could be a blacksmith.
Okay, our gear. Upgrade this, because this will give us more magic damage. And can we upgrade? Oh yeah, we got 5? Yeah. And now we need 6 more shards and 3 more chunks, and we can get this to +5, which will give us quite a bit more damage and higher scaling. Getting the chunks should be easy with killing the crystal lizards, but before we kill those crystal lizards, we'll want to get Latria back to pure black, because I am wanting to have a chance at getting another pure stone for upgrading another moon weapon. Let's see, yeah, we still need chunks of hardstone for that. Okay, and this Epee Rapier also uses colorless demon souls. So we'll probably be upgrading that in New Game Plus, because I'm going to be focusing on this weapon and the Kris Blade for the first playthrough. Okay, yeah, he's got to finish his dialogue. So 254 on the Crescent Rapier and 295 on the Moon Winged Spear. So this is our most powerful weapon that we have. But we'll be wanting to use mostly magic on this boss, because that will do more. It will be likely do more damage. Yeah, we don't have anything else to spend our souls on, so. So once we beat this boss, we'll get pure white, and then I can show the pure white tendency events here. Which you do want to do if you're a magician or doing a magic build, because there's some useful or stuff you'll want that are unlocked in pure white in the first part of Latria. We'll see how much more damage we do now. Still hoping to get one of these. One of these spiral rapiers. Not there. Let's see how we do with this guy. That was their jump attack. And we'll probably see that we do less damage, or we'll get less drops, because in pure black they'll drop more usually. I'm not going to go out of my way to farm for that rapier just now. I'll do that off camera. And we'll want this goofy thing. So, now that that artery is gone, we can come back here and loot this item. And more importantly, we can ascend the stairs. Now, you want to run up to, I like to run to about the second flame here, and just wait, because there is a Black Phantom Mind Flayer there. And this guy can see you from quite far off, and we're not using the Thief's Ring, and we don't have Cloak. But when he starts to turn around, you want to run up there very quickly and take him out. Oh, and we can one-shot him with this setup now, so that's great. And he dropped us some old spice. Now, he can be a real pain if you can't take him out easily. More so in New Game Plus, because he will have a lot more health. And you'll have to... He very easily blocks your path, so it can be hard to get past him. But really, that's the only enemy. That and the Maneater Centipede and that one Gargoyle are the only 3 enemies. And the Centipede you really don't have to deal with, nor the Gargoyle. You can usually run past those guys. It's safer to kill that Centipede, because if you try to run past, he can often push you off the ledge. But it is possible to just run past him. And the Gargoyle, you can just run past the one that drops down. And the Gargoyles don't tend to chase you for very far. If you run all the way around here, you get 8 old spice. Very useful. And the reason why you don't want to use the Thief's Ring for this fight, or Cloak, is because it can cause the boss to de-aggro from you, and because these bosses fly, and there are 2 of them. We'll cast Warding. And this is the Man-Eaters, so you've probably heard of this fight. And they're very weak to fire. And they do have several ranged attacks. Oh, and therein lies a good part of what makes that fight hard. Is you saw how good damage we were doing, but if he shoves you off, it's game over. So, well, this just gives us another attempt at getting a Spiral Rapier, so we'll put the luck ring back on. And I bet with this hat, we can one-shot these gargoyles, can we? Yes. And I think his soul fell. That sucks. And these gargoyles always drop a soul, which would imply that they were once human, and they're a result of experiments by the monk. Oh yeah, and we can put that ring back on. And I think I've probably mentioned this before, if Valley of Defilement is nature-made evil, Latria is man-made evil. So the enemies are all, you know, the prisoners are a result of torture. They're mindless zombies, basically. These guards, who knows what they once were. They look like some demonic, you know. I mean, I think Mind Flayers are just like, what is that? I think they're originally from D&D. It's just just like, I guess, open source now. Anybody can use Mind Flayers. And the other enemies, the gargoyles and those man centipedes, are like, they have human heads, kind of, and they're like creations, you know. They're not natural. Whereas the Valley of Defilement, all of that what you encounter there is very, very much a result of, you know, neglect. And we'll cast warding here. And we took that one out just like that. You see how powerful that fireball spell is. That is why I wanted to get that spell. And you see, they fly away, and if you have the Thief's Ring on, they can fly away and sometimes never come back. Okay, now that attack he was just doing, when we made short work of them, to be honest. And we'll throw on the Ring of Avarice real quick to get more souls. 18,000, not bad. Okay, so I made that fight look a lot easier than it can be, and with magic, quite frankly, it is a lot easier. Now, some players might use Firestorm, which you could learn with the Dragon God Soul, as I mentioned in a previous episode. And Firestorm, probably, if you're able to hit them, the thing is, Firestorm is, your character stands on the ground, and you sort of crouch down, and pillars of fire erupt all around you, and it's sort of random. And if multiple pillars are able to hit the gargoyles, or the man-eaters, it could potentially just kill it in one cast. And right there we get a Moon Short Sword, and I would like to upgrade that with Moonlight Stone, because why not? It's a weapon that I'll be able to use, and it's already upgraded for me part way. And we get 4 Full Moon Grass. But the reason why I went with Fireball is you can hit them from range, because Firestorm, you cannot hit them from range, and if you screw up, it's easy for you to get hit by them. But you saw how much damage I was doing with the combination of the +2 Kris Blade, the golden head dressings, and the wooden catalyst and the Ring of Magical Sharpness. All that together allowed me to, kill those guys in, 5 or 6 casts, which was not bad at all. We killed that first one. The thing is, if you don't kill the first one in time, the second one is on a timer, and I think after he gets down to, if you kill the first one really fast or get him down really low, he will spawn just before you kill him or right as you kill him, depending on how fast you're able to take him out. But if you only do a little bit of damage to the first one and he flies around and you're not able to damage him, the timer can run down, and then the second one will spawn, and suddenly you have to fight 2 of them, and both of them have almost their full health. And their AI can be so buggy that sometimes they'll just fly around. The second one, showed that a little more, how he kept flying away. But luckily we were able to take him out. We didn't even use the spear. which frankly wouldn't have done as much damage because they're weaker to fire. They're not that weak to magic, but I think they have less magic defense than they do physical. And they have 2 magic attacks. They shoot a shockwave that hits from mid-range. It can hit you from a good distance. And I think I got hit by that, and I'm wearing the Ring of Magical Sharpness, which lowers my magic defense, which is why I took so much damage. But when I don't know if I got hit with a physical attack. If I did, I don't think I did. But if I would have, I probably would have taken less damage because of warding. And then the other thing is they have a snake tail. And when they fly in the air, the snake can shoot 3 soul rays at you that home from long range. So you want to be careful of that. And another thing is when they're on the ground, what you saw that one doing right as I killed him, the snake bites his head and he powers up and he'll start glowing. But that attack leaves them very vulnerable. It's a good idea to get hits in and prevent them from powering up. Another thing is you can actually cut that tail off, cut the snake off, and they can't use the power up move or the soul ray spell. But yeah, this fight is made hard for a multitude of reasons, because it's easy to fall. There's 2 of them. The AI can be really strange. They have long range attacks. They can hit you from range when you can't hit them. They'll fly away for a time being without you being able to do anything. Like they can fly out of range. I mean, I think sometimes you can hit them with a bow, but sometimes like I have seen it where when using the thief's ring, one just flew away and like was off screen, and you just really couldn't hit him, and he never came back. He like lost aggro to you and just flew away for good, and you had to basically restart the fight. So yeah, that's why it's not good to use Cloak or the Thief's Ring. And so for killing the Man-Eaters, we get the Mixed Demon's Soul. Which is a useless soul, to be honest. Oh, and I guess with that soul, you can make the other rapier weapon. So to compound, or I guess the last rapier weapon that I don't have, other than the spiral rapier, you can make the Needle of Eternal Agony. I have a video showcasing all the boss weapons, and the Needle of Eternal Agony is a rapier weapon, but we're not going to be using it because it's very bad. I think it's one of, if not the worst weapon in the game. And if you're interested in why, you can watch my video on all boss weapons, and I talk about that weapon in that video. So we'll level up, and then we see that there's a soul item there, which is very odd. So we'll talk about that in a sec. Let's level up here.
The power of the soul, no? Then touch the demon inside me. Soul of the mind.
And now we want to start focusing on getting our dex and strength up a little bit.
Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. Art thou finished?
And I think, yeah, now we can actually use this rapier. And it's a pretty cool rapier. It has the same moveset as all the other ones, but it looks very stylish, and it does that nice fire damage, and we'll get 172. That's unupgraded. Compared to, let's say, the S-Tog is 86 unupgraded. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a pretty good weapon, I would say. It's not super powerful, but on the right build, it can be really good. We'll talk to this guy.
Who are you? I don't remember anything.
Yeah, so now he's completely lost it. I think that's all he has to say now. He won't say anything else.
Who are you? I don't remember anything.
Yeah, he doesn't even remember us now. And we see if we come here, there's a corpse here and a soul. That wasn't there before. There's a soul item there. And if we follow up here, there's another soul. Another corpse. And if we come over here, you remember that guy that we freed. This guy's name is Yurt.
I am indebted to you for your help in Latria. Without it, I would not have made it back. Now, I can go on with my work. And for that, thank you.
What work is that?
What is it? I have no business with you. Not yet. Do not be concerned. Life is hardly as precious as one might think.
Yeah, so if you can't tell by his voice, his armor, and his dialogue, and the dead corpses that lead up to him, this is a bad guy. Now, you might be curious as to what his questline is like, but it's highly recommended, especially if you're on a caster build, either miracles or magic, or sorcery, I should say, that you do not allow him to finish his quest line, because I guess his quest line isn't so much as a quest line as it is every time you kill a boss after the first initial boss, he will start killing NPCs in the Nexus, starting with the magician Sage Frake's apprentice. So yeah, you want to take him out. And he drops his armor, which is the Gloom Armour. But if you don't kill him, like I said, he will only come back to the Nexus after you beat a boss. And once you come back, you'll see those corpses and those items there, which is a clue as to what he's doing. And if you forget about him, because it's possible, and it's happened to me where I freed him and I forgot to kill him, and I beat another boss, and then I came back, and suddenly the magician, this guy here, is dead. Now, frankly, this guy isn't so important, but then the next guy he'll kill is Frake, and Frake, is important depending on what kind of build you're doing, or if you're trying to get a platinum trophy, because you need to learn all the spells. So yeah, just be careful about that, guys. Don't forget about him, and make sure you do take him out. And now we want to die in the Valley of Defilement again, because we want to turn it to pure black. And you see now that we have reset the Nexus, the Crestfallen Warrior has dissolved into just a mere soul remnant, and we get a soldier's soul for that. I don't think there's anything.
I was worried sick.
Anything we want to deposit? Oh, we have a few things. We don't really need this sword right now. We'll be wanting to upgrade it later.
We are indebted to you.
Okay. So now you see Latria is pure white. So, this should give us an opportunity to get another opportunity to get a Spiral Rapier. But beyond that, we can go and do the pure white tendency events here. So to do that, first you want to go to the upper Latria. The upper Latria Archstone, because we need to go... Remember that spot where I said if you have pure white, you can cross here? Yeah, I guess we don't really need cloak, I suppose. Now that we have pure white, we can access that spot and get the key to free Rydell. And hopefully we can get... And his item is up there. That sucks. We can one-shot these guys now, though, because we have pure white. Maybe we'll equip the Moon Spear. Still no Rapier. We'll go down here because there is another gargoyle over here we can kill, and we can kill a few more of these man centipedes. And we do want some more Mercury Stone, because the Spiral Rapier we're actually going to make Mercury. No luck there. Now you'll see how that one will aggro. He didn't actually see us. Oh, we missed him. Yeah, we're getting a lot less drops because we don't have pure black, we have pure white. And while we can kill the enemies more easily because we do more damage and they have less HP, they have a lower drop rate on their stones, so that's why it's always ideal when you're farming for stones to get the tendency to pure black. We'll eat some spice. But yeah, Fireball will be our strongest ranged attack for now. Depending on if the enemy is weak to fire or not, I suppose. We want to get this guy to come down. But I think... Oh no, that's the other spot where there's another one. And we can kill... We'll try to let this guy... Yeah, he'll fly over here, and when he's over pillar, we'll try and... Yeah. So hopefully he doesn't... We can loot his item. Still no luck. Nothing. They can either drop nameless or renowned soldier souls. Hopefully this guy doesn't get stuck. Still nothing. Okay, and we're almost done here. The tower, the aforementioned tower, is this one. And because we have pure white, this plank appears. I don't know why, but there it is. And we can go all the way up. All the way up here, and be careful not to fall. And there's this lone key. This is the key to the second floor west side. What is the name of that key exactly? Had a long name. Yeah, it's the second floor, west side, cell key. Okay. And we can just evacuate here. We don't need to backtrack. And we do want...
It's better than having you bothered.
Cloak again, so we'll get rid of warding. And I guess we'll take cloak and maybe flame spray.
Be careful how you use it.
So we'll go back to the Prison of Hope. And now it's the same spot where you encountered him at first. This gives us a chance. That's some more moonlight stone shards. They'll have a higher drop rate on the lotuses. Oh, we got some there. Nice. They'll have a higher drop rate on the lotuses in pure white because of... In pure white, you tend to get more healing or items. Ooh, yeah, we one-shot the guy with an R2. Because we're in pure white. We could just buy some Moonlight Stone, but I don't really want to spend the souls on it because we can farm these guys without too much trouble. There is also the Crystal Lizards, but before I kill the Crystal Lizards, I want to get this world back to pure black again. Like I said, I want to maximize my chances of getting another pure Moonlight Stone. So we come back the way we came to fight his Black Phantom, but instead, we encountered him. Oh, we can kill him with an R1, wow. We encountered him when we first came here in neutral tendency.
Help me!
Yes. And now we can free him.
Why, thank you. Thank you, kind soul. Please, take this fine piece of work. I have no use for it now. And thus begins my final, eternal rest.
And he gives you the dull mouse ring, or dull rat's ring, which has the same effect as the clever rat, but instead of raising your attack by 50% at 30% or less HP, it raises your defense. And his Black Phantom is wearing both those rings, so when he's low, he'll take less damage and dish out more damage.
And thus begins my final, eternal rest.
And that's all he has to say. And now that we have pure white, we can go and loot the cell. Now, like I said, if you have pure white and you come here and this rebel is gone, and you see that it's gone, but you don't go loot this, if I were to die in body form and it would go back to white or neutral, like not pure white, this would still, this rebel would stay removed. And we can get some soul items, and over here we get another Moonlight Stone shard. Here we just have a prisoner. Here we have the three-cornered hat. Now this belongs to the ragged robes you get in the very beginning of the game in Boletaria. You pick up the ragged robes. That is the headpiece to that set, because notice when you pick that set up there is no headpiece to it. But if you're wanting to play as a witch, that's something you'll want. What is this? Why is it so heavy? We'll send this home. I think this might be an armor set. I can't remember. I do know there's another armor set. You still can't pick it up. Yeah, that is the armored set. It is the rogue set. It's a female armor set. I do want to check that out, see how it looks on my character. And that's we get the gold mask. You get the gold mask in the lower part of Upper Latria, and the other part of it, the remaining pieces of that armor set are right in the cell. You can only get in pure white. So, but that's not all there is here. If you remember that floor, the other part of the second floor that's accessible from the first floor, that gate now will be able to be opened. So we'll just cast Cloak again. We don't want to kill that crystal lizard. But we want to take this guy out. Oh. And we come through here. We can hear some more mind flares. And this gate will only open in pure white tendency. I don't know why. And I don't think you ever get a key to this cell. Or this area. But it just only will open in pure white. So there's that. And there's a lot of cells here, and I think there's 3 mind flayers in here. There's a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, Illusory Eyeball Stone. And I want to take out these mind flares if I can. There's one. There's 2. And there's one more down here. There's 3. Now, if you remember, Rydell said his corpse was in another cell, and he said it was probably a fine, rotten mess. I do believe it's considered canon that this is his corpse, because you see the armor he's wearing the black leather set, which is what he's wearing, his Phantom is wearing, and there's a phosphorescent pole on the ground here. Notice that it's broken. And you get the second floor east cell keys, and a soul. You get I think a really large soul, like a legendary hero soul. So now, by getting that key, we can open up all the rest of these cells on the east floor, second floor east. And another soul item, Mercury Stone chunk. Yes, there is a Mercury Stone chunk in there. That's good to remember if you're wanting Mercury Stone. Oh no, this is the rogue. This is the rogue set. That other set, my bad. That other set was a male only set, or I think it was male only. That's the Sage's set. That's the rogue set. That belongs to the gold mask. Okay, and a couple more soul items. I guess you have to break that. You get 2 Mercury Stone chunks, so that's, if you're wanting to make a Mercury weapon, it's very useful to come here and get those. Some more prisoners. You get a royal or noble lotus from that. Some more prisoners. And that's it. So I'll go back to the Nexus and quickly show you the 2 different armor sets we got. But that's all the pure white world tendency events in Latria, so apart from beating the final boss there, we've pretty much done everything there is to do.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried sick.
Well, I guess we still want to get that, we still do want to get the
We are indebted to you.
Spiral Rapier drop from one of the gargoyles, but it might be better to do in pure black. We'll see.
I was worried sick.
I don't... In the original game, the Sage set... Yeah, this is it. I'm not sure of that second character, but I'm assuming that means Sage. Yeah. I didn't want that. Yeah, that's the rogue set.
We are indebted to you.
So I'll show you. Yeah, if you notice, the Sage set is grayed out because, yeah, it's B type only, AB. This is A only, this is female only, this is AB. So in the original game, the Saints set along with the Sages set were both male only, but they for some reason made the Saints set unisex, whereas they still left the Sages set male only. I'm not sure of the decision on that, but it is what it is. So this is... Oh no, we forgot to put on the... Yeah, this is the rogue set. I do like the chest piece and the cape, but it's a bit dark for Chang'e, so I'm not sure if we'll use it. We might try it out a little bit. The boots are cool. The gloves, I don't like those sharp nails. I mean, they're cool, but I don't like them on her. But we'll use we could use, and we're definitely not going to use the mask because we're going to trade that in. I don't know. That's interesting. But I'm just about out of time here, guys, so I'll have to end the episode here, but I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see all of you next time on Chang'e's journey through Boletaria. Umbasa.